Hello everyone, welcome to ESC Fan TV. I'm Elliot. I may have just panicked some my co-host there because my mic just had a slight issue right as we were about to go live, but it's all fine now, I promise. Yeah, we're going to be taking you through the next hour with Lithuania and Norway, and as you can see, to my stage right, we have a lovely panel with me today. So give us all the wave. Wonderful. Hopefully we're a bit more enthusiastic as we go throughout the night. But this is the first of our national final shows yet. Between now and March 10th, we're going to be having one every single week because there's a national final between now and March 9th. But let's not waste any time and let's get on with it. But first and foremost, let's just go around and say hello to all my lovely guests. First, we have Phil and Michelle. How are you both?
Hello.
We're on mute.
Oh, we're not on mute. Oh, Elliot, I weed slightly just before we came on then when you disappeared. But it's all right now. We're looking forward to a good show.
Wonderful. Let's go across to Denmark where we have Thomas, who is celebrating almost like a national holiday today, was it? With the introduction of King Fredrik? Is that the new king?
King Fredrik is the new king, yes. His mother stepped down from 52 years on the throne, so now it's Fredrik's turn. So 15 hours of television all day by watching the switch. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. It's good to be back.
And who knows, maybe a new king, a new monarch will bring new fortune in Eurovision. I don't know. I'm trying to find links somewhere. From Denmark, really hop across not too far to Scotland. We have Ian and Donna. How are you both?
Hello. Now we've found the mute button. Yes, we're all good. Thank you very much. Nice to be back again. And I've got Ian on this one, so that's fine. Hello.
Can you tell we have not done this for the best part of 8 months? All the way from Belgium, and it's a year today since the national final last year. We did a show where everyone was crying about the result of the Belgian national final, but it worked out well for them. It's Lena. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. Looking forward to the show, hopefully with less tears.
I mean, it worked out at the end for you, so I think, you're the winner in that one. And of course, we have Brendan. How are you?
Hello. Hello, Brendan. Brendan, we can't hear you.
This is going incredibly well.
It's as professional as ever.
Hello.
There we go.
Yes, looking forward to it as ever.
Wonderful. And like I say, we're ironing all this out now, but guys, this is how you know it's live, because otherwise we'd have cut all this. And just finally, we have Sean. How are you?
We've been doing this 5 years, you know. We're not amateurs. Good evening, everybody. This is going to be fun. Nice to be here.
And yet somehow we still struggle with the mute button. I don't know myself. I still struggle, and I'm not even touching the button today. It's hands-free from me. But let's just move straight on. Then we're going to start with Norway. Melodi Grand Prix is back. 6 artists last night, 3 advanced, 3 sadly went home. There's only 18 this year. No talk of a wild card, anything like that. So it's if you're gone, you're gone, sadly. So let's talk about those 3 that sadly did not advance. But as always, if you're in the chat, give us a message, say hello, we'll put them on screen, and you can even use them as discussion points. But for now, let's have a quick listen back to the 3 songs which sadly went home last night. Yep, so there we have it. We had the 3 who sadly went home last night, which were ironically the first 3 on the show last night, which was Mathilde, featuring Plasacha and Slam Dunk, Fredrik, Halland, and Myra, or Myra, I'm not fully sure how you said her name. Let's start with Ian and Donna. Any of these 3 last night you thought would advance, or were you disappointed to see leave?
I would have thought Woman's Show might have stood a chance, actually. It's good, cheesy fun, and she sang it really well. It was a really good start to the evening. And I thought, straight out the gates, this could be a potential. Maybe we suffered a lot of repetitiveness in this first round, lyric-wise. But apart from that, I thought that one had the potential out of the three that didn't.
Yeah, I quite like the Fredrik Halland with Stranded. It was a bit too gentle, bit too sort of generic piano ballad, but it was a nice song. It's just this, again, it's one of those ones that wouldn't have had enough of a bite to work at Eurovision, and it was just a little bit too Greatest Showman.
Yeah, the tune's
but
too familiar, but it doesn't always work in your favour.
But I think overall that was probably the right three to not go through.
Okay, so Ian and Donna say the right three in advance, and we'll get their thoughts on those three a little bit later. We're talking about the individual qualifiers, individually giving them a little bit of spotlight. It's just these three we're going to quickly rattle through. Alina, let's come to you now. And let's quickly touch on Myra, which I think last night, she looked great in that purple dress, but the performance was, for me, the definition of go on girl, give us nothing. Like, there's one point after the chorus where she just literally walked in a circle and went back to the same spot.
Like, there was like nothing going on stage. And also, I mean, if you have a song called Hearts on Fire, use some fire. Where in the purple disco ball was that idea coming from? I don't know. And also, I have like a comment on like Women's Show. I really love their energy, but what in the Barbie Guitar Hero was going on stage? I was like looking and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I don't get it. What is happening? But I loved it, but I was like, what? So yeah.
I, for one, personally loved the Guitar Hero. As someone who grew up on that and I was useless at it, I was thinking all week, how the hell are they going to fill this on stage with this guitar solo? That's how, clearly. I'm just going to quickly give my feedback on this. Myra was never going to go anywhere the minute I heard it. I was like, it's not going to advance. Like, it's just there for the sake of being there, sadly. Fredrik Halland, we don't need another Duncan Lawrence. I'm sorry, there, I said it. It was fine. It was, it is what it is. If it went for the UK would love it. It was just a bit dull. And Women's Show, I absolutely loved it. It was my winner last night. It was one of my favourites to hold MGP. And I thought it was brilliant with her looking like she was in a bath to start with. Then the dress reveal out of nowhere. Then she had a cape. Then there was like those who jumped in, dancing on a sofa, in heels. Loved it all. I'm actually quite sad I didn't go through. But I thought it was absolutely fucking fantastic. And I know I have a kindred spirit in this with Michelle. So I'm going to come to Phil and Michelle now about this.
This is a woman's show! She was done over and gutted. Not happy.
Well, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Maybe a little bit dated. I thought the rap bits reminded me of Lucky mit dem Popo. Remember that?
No, nobody remembers that, Phil.
Alina remembers it. Look, I can see Alina remembers it.
I don't want to remember that.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. Maybe a little bit dated, a little bit generic. But it was a good laugh.
No, I had that number one. That was first on my list. Fredrik Halland. Yeah, I think they sat him behind a piano because he was on crutches. So they sat him behind a piano.
Yeah.
But
I sort of felt sorry for them. They made him stand up to not receive an award thing at the end.
They did. It was hilarious.
But it was a sort of song you could sing along to, even if you'd never heard it before. It was kind of a bit predictable.
And bless her, Myra, bless her. I liked her frock. It was nice. Yeah.
The song just plodded a bit. I mean, even the backing dancers seemed to be sort of walking, and
there was not much enthusiasm.
No, I think it's just an experience. I think, she just needs a bit more experience.
I wasn't sure if she could hear herself as well. It just sounded just slightly off, as if she couldn't quite hear herself.
Lucky her. No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, bless her.
We've heard a lot worse.
Yeah, we
than
have.
That. Yeah. All in all, it wasn't too bad, but I'm so gutted that Mathilde's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I thought that could have gone through.
That we were going to dress up. If that had gone through, we were going to be dressed up. And now they've ruined it for everybody.
Well.
Yeah, that's unfortunately, but they haven't said anything about a while. But hopefully they might be keeping it quiet. I don't know. Thomas, let's come to you now, because you said it was a bit manic. It was a lot of fun from these three. Would you, if any of these were in Dance Melodi Grand Prix, let's say, would you be happy if them went for Denmark instead? let's just say hypothetically, if one of these three were in Dance Melodi Grand Prix, how would you feel about them?
So taking in consideration that Denmark in the last few years didn't actually send something good, I will take anything. I will take someone who can sing. I will take someone who can perform, that can make a show on stage. So I would be happy if Mathilde, the song Women's Show, were the Danish entry.
Do you have any thoughts on Fredrik or Myra? See, I've even forgotten her name now. That's so bad of me.
Fredrik could be all right too. It reminded me a bit too much of Michael Schulze from 2018. You Let Me Walk Alone. I had that song in my head all the time. But again, a guy who can sing, I will take that for Denmark. Myra, yeah. She reminded me a bit of Serena Williams, the tennis player, but with smaller boobs. But yeah, anyone who can look that fantastic in a dress, I would take her for Denmark too.
Fantastic. And I just wanted to put pre-recorded vocals were allowed last night, as they normally are on the Scandi ones, because I know at points Mathilde was slightly off with it, where she was doing some runs over the backing vocal, and some people said it sounded like she was off from it. So yeah, let's come to you, Sean. What did you think about this? Did the right three advance?
Woman's Show. I'm gutted it didn't go through. I loved it. It was just they put everything into that performance. It's just like that. It's like they had a meeting at a whiteboard with staging ideas, and they scribbled them all down. And then they thought, you know what? Let's just do all of them. We'll do a bathroom scene. We'll have them jumping on the sofas. We'll rip off the costume. We'll play Guitar Hero. We'll add a cape. Yeah, let's just do everything. It was just utterly bonkers and outrageous, and just a real fun, upbeat, fantastic 3 minutes. I just thought it was a brilliant way to open the show. I love it. I love it. So I'm gutted. That it didn't go through. For me, I've got to say, I was surprised of the three that went through. There was one, I'm going to get hated for this, but I don't see the appeal of Margaret Berger's song. I just don't feel it. I just don't feel it.
Sean, I don't want to upset you, but we're not talking about that now.
I know, but I've been asked if the right ones were going through. I won't tell you about Margaret Berger, what I feel about.
No, not yet. Wait.
No, okay, but what I'm saying is, no, the right three didn't go through, in my opinion. Okay, because Margaret Berger should be there.
And if anyone had 15 minutes or less for your first fight of this first live show, take that off your bingo card now, please. Brendan, wrap this up for us. The three who didn't advance. What do you think of them? And if there was a wildcard spot for a 10th finalist, would you give it to any of these three?
So I believe the best three did go through. I did like Women's Show, so they would get the wild card through. They're very Aqua-esque. I think I agree with Phil that they're a little bit dated, but it's all good fun, isn't it? I think I was trying to work out whether there was any piece of furniture she didn't stand on, which is a bit of fun. Fredrik Halland, yeah, I think I'm on the same page. I don't want another Duncan Lawrence. Unfortunately, it didn't work for me. Then with Myra, she's very static. I was watching how unstable she was on her heels the whole time. I was just hoping that she'd fall over, but it didn't happen. But yeah, I believe the best three did go through.
No worries, thank you. And guys in the comments, leave us what type of furniture is your favourite genre? Was there any furniture nuts on last night? Because thank you. That's the truth. Yeah. But they are the three who won that singing against athletes. And now a quick little recap on the three that did well, and we'll talk about them in a moment.
The end is nearly come alive. We crawl around your houses.
10,000
Yeah, so
miles.
there's three that I've got. Gothminister and Margaret. And Ingrid, let's start with Gothminister.
Oh, you know, like yours is four. Mine.
Could this have got any more?
Mine was.
Sorry, Elliot, you're having problems with your sound. We can't hear you. We can only hear something in the background. So while Elliot just sorts that out, the three that went through, obviously, Gothminister, Minister, Ingrid, and Margaret. So let's go to Aline. What do you think about the three that went through?
I have a lot of thoughts. So first of all, Gothminister for me is like the soft version of Rammstein. I don't know if you know Rammstein, but in my head, it's like if we would ever send something Rammstein related to Eurovision, this is it. And I love it. I just love it. Okay, the other one, I have my notes. So the other one, Margaret Berger. I loved her, the first one, when she was in Eurovision. But this one, she reminds me of Robin Bengtsson with I Can Go On. I don't know why, but she's just like the whole vibe. But I would love it. And I mean, I'm happy she's in the final. I don't know if she's gonna win. Like, it misses something. I don't know what. I can't put my finger on it, but it misses something. Maybe fire. And the other one, the Ingrid Jasmin, that's just a dance break. After all the songs are done and the results need to be counted, you put that on stage. Not in Eurovision for me, because she dances more than that she is singing. So I'm like, what's the point? Okay, I'm done.
Elliot, how are you doing?
Give me 2 moments. We had Ian and Donna yet? Go to Ian and Donna.
Your sound is still really bad.
Oh,
I'm really sorry, Elliot. But it's like there's a bleed from the background coming in, like a TV or something. Let's go to Thomas. We're good. Sean, go on then, Sean. What do you think?
Sorry, I was just distracted there at the moment. Hello, this is brilliant. So, what's the question?
Well, the question is,
do you want to know what I think about Margaret Berger
What's your
now?
opinion of the three that went through, but not on Margaret Berger, because we've already heard it?
No, you haven't, though. You didn't let me. You didn't let me say this whole list of stuff.
Oh, God, here we go. It's like Father Ted. And here's a list of the liars.
Margaret Berger. No, to be honest, right, the ones that went through. Oh, gosh. Gothminister, come on. I mean, I just wanted more. If you're good, I mean, it's just not nasty enough. I wanted him to eat that little girl at the end or something. Couldn't he just bit her head off or something like Ozzy Osbourne or something? That's what I wanted. That's what I really, really wanted to happen. But it weren't going to happen, so I don't know why I bothered. Margaret Berger. Now, look, the staging was everything. I thought it was really clever, really done. Very well lit. The lighting was superb. Those little like stepping stone square podiums that they were on. The dancers. Everything was really good staging-wise. Song-wise, I actually thought it was just an average song and nothing really fantastic about it. And I was really disappointed because I expected a lot more. I don't think Margaret's vocal was great, to be honest. I thought she sounded quite weak in parts. So I was absolutely, I was a little bit gutted about that. And as far as Iya is concerned, I just put like a crap cultural orgasm. I just thought I didn't like it at all, to be honest. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the qualifiers.
Hold on.
Bring on Kano in 2 weeks. That's what I say.
Oh, Sean, you're like a broken record, honestly. Well, thank you very much, Sean, for your opinion. Let's go to Brendan. Do you like a burger?
I do like a burger, but Margaret Berger was a little bit. Is a dull song. Her vocals were off. Sean, you are right. The only part doing, I like the chorus, the ooh bit, but I can't remember any of the rest of the song. So it's a little bit lost on me. I think Gothminister, that was brilliant. Maybe because the helmet is a bit Lord of the Rings style, and that's what I'm into. So yeah, it was a good song, very good staging. I'm not sure what Sean was talking about there. Yeah, I can't work out what was trying to go on. It seems more like a Greek entry, but there was just too much dancing. So yeah, Gothminister all the way.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Gothminister, another one for Gothminister. Let's next go to Ian and Donna. Bergers or Gothminister?
Oh, absolutely Gothminister all the way. You should know that by now. I mean, I even managed to get a wee vote in, a cheeky wee vote, but yeah, has to be. Although I do want a little bit more goth in it. He's looking the part. He's everything. You know, he even sounds a little bit like Chris from Lord of the Lost. I don't know if anyone else thinks that as well. But he comes out all raw in your face, and you think, oh, this is going to be a nice bit of cheesy panto drama here. And yeah, I like the bit with the Wendy house and things. Well, Doll's house, not Wendy house. And but there's just not enough. When the dancers come out, you expect something really sort of to match him, and they're just very understated at the minute. It could do with a bit more moodier lighting, a bit more, maybe some low fog or something that comes in, and you're like, it's just a bit flat at the minute. So I want the staging better, but we've got a great song there and some fire.
Definitely the Doll's House bit at the start was really clever.
Yeah,
and they kind of ran out of ideas.
Yeah,
and he's just a wee bit too panto baddie. It's a little bit.
Oh no, he isn't.
We're past that now. But yeah, it was just a little bit panto baddie, I think, that one.
Yeah,
but definitely a lot of fun. It was great.
Yeah,
I loved that one.
As for the other two, I think I can join the consensus here that Margaret Berger is. I preferred her song the last time round. Again, it was a much rockier style of sound that she'd come out with, and I am a little bit more rocky biased, but this time just felt a little bit flat. And I can agree with Aline about the Robin Bengtsson look, because I think, you know what, it is the treadmill kind of, and then the plinths in this one. That's the kind of staging thing that, yeah, it reminded me of that as well. But I can see that there's been a bit more thought and attention in her song and staging wise, but there's something missing with it. I don't know what it is. And I don't know whether it's because she's been out before and did the rockier style stuff, and now she's doing more, if you like, a generic pop. I don't know. Yeah,
I think that's maybe the catch. It is a very generic pop song. It's very nice. It's very polished. It's the kind of, what I think this mistake that Melfest often makes is just it's a little bit too polished, a little bit too smooth, and it doesn't have a bite. And this one doesn't have the impact that our previous entry had, with that much rockier sound. So it's good, but it's just that kind of second, third track on the album, not the main track, and it's the title track you need for Eurovision.
Oh yeah.
Who's the other one?
It was Ingrid, the ladies in white dancing, very ethnic sound. Do you know what it reminded me of? Wild Dances. Because there's very little song content in it. And what she does sing is okay. But again, the lyric is sort of almost secondary to the dancing. So see what you mean about an extended dance break.
Another bloody dance break.
Yeah. But yeah, there needs to be a bit more, I think, there than just a bit of dancing. And I don't know. I liked it on the night. I like the ethnic sound, and it will get votes. But yeah, it needs more somehow.
Well, thank you very much, Ian and Donna. So let's go to, who have we not gone to? Thomas, what's your opinion? Would you rather have a burger than, I don't know who else was in it, Ingrid?
I feel like you just want to copy paste everything else what everyone else has said. Let's start with Margaret Berger. My note is one of those songs I don't know what to think. It misses absolutely something. I can't figure out what it is, but I was, like Sean, hugely disappointed by Margaret Berger this time. But but let's face it, Gothminister was the absolute highlight of the evening. Amazing voice, reminds me of Chris Harms from Lord of the Lost, and who doesn't like him? The staging, just wait. On a bigger stage with NRK can burn the budget on pyro, and it'll be great. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Ingrid Jasmin, yeah, I don't know. For me, it could be Albanian, Greek, Cypriots entry or something. I don't know. For me, Gothminister all the way last night.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Thomas, for that. It's just us.
All right.
What do you think?
I'm kind of agreeing with a lot of people here. I think Gothminister, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? I mean, you know, as Ian said, he was like a panto villain.
Yeah.
I like the zombie dancing at the end where the little girl turned into a zombie. I thought the lyrics were maybe a little repetitive. There's a lot of chorus in there, a lot of We Come Alive, but it was fun. But the problem is he's going to get, and it already has been compared to Lord of the Lost, which is kind of a shame, really.
Right, well, can I just go on Gothminister?
Go on then.
I thought Gothminister, I was so looking forward to Gothminister. I thought, oh yeah, this is right up my straws, I'll have a bit of this, it'll be brilliant. And then before he came on, when they were like doing a little generic interview bit beforehand, he's dressed like a banker. He's got a shirt and a jumper on, no makeup, and he's going, oh yeah, it's lovely here. Oh, I'm really glad I'm on this show. It's brilliant. And I was like, oh, it took all the mystery, just ruined it at that second for me. I don't want to see what's underneath the makeup or know what's going on. I want the mystery, and he ruined it.
Okay, Ingrid. That was all right. A lot of la-da-da at the start.
Sorry, Phil.
But I just felt it lacked a bit of oomph. You know, the dancing was okay, but there was just something missing. It didn't have the impact that it needed.
We're just going to mute just for 1 second. Are you ready? Go. I'm not well. You're all welcome. I thought Ingrid, it was style over substance, and it was a bit of do you want to see me dance? Do you want to see me dance? And then she went, well, no, not really. I'm just going to half-arsed have a go at this and not really do it properly. If half your routine is dancing, you need to make it dancing, not just sort of going through the motions of whatever. Even the clip that they used last night for the replay was just them dancing, and then they sung like 2 words at the end, and you're like, is that really what you want to send? And then Margaret Berger, why was Margaret Berger going to an office party? What was going on? What was she wearing? I honestly thought she'd got a court date and she went, you know what, I'm going to put my best suit on that's all nice and prim and proper. Off I go to court, I'll look really good in it, it's fine. It's blooming Eurovision. The staging was phenomenal, the dancing was phenomenal, and they put them in bland, dark clothing. No, zhuzh it up a bit.
See, I thought it was a reasonable enough electronic pop song, but I just thought it was a bit ordinary again. And the dancing, I liked the dancing, but I thought the dancing was better than the song in some regards.
I like the dancing.
But yeah, it was okay. But yeah, I'm definitely Gothminister's the best of the bunch for me.
And that was Norway.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Well, apart from his floppy crown, because he needs some structure in that crown. He needs to look at what happened in Denmark today and learn a lesson. So that's that.
Yeah.
Has everyone, Sean, anything in the comments? Have we had anything good? No, didn't think we would have.
No, I just keep trying to replay the reflection in Elliot's window. That's all.
Oh my goodness!
That's why I was distracted earlier on. The dirty girl. So
well, yeah, we can't help technical malfunctions, and now appalling me is going to have to do this. So every now and again, I might have to just have a cough, and you're all just going to have to deal with it. So let's go to Lithuania.
Ooh, let's put the Lithuanian background on. Okay.
Run VT.
Are we doing the non-qualies first?
Oh, no, yeah, go on. Let's put the Lithuanian background on, and then let's have a look at the non-qualies.
Seamless.
Save me.
So there we have the non-qualies. Let's go to Thomas. What did you think of the non-qualies? Should have them qualied or not?
My two favorites of the Heat 1 in Lithuania didn't qualify. My favorites were in both end of the genre. I really liked "Save Me" by Živilė, or whatever her name was. It was the first song I heard. I only listened to the studio versions. It was the first song I heard, and it really got to me. It gave me the goosebumps from almost second one. I really liked it. I know it came last. I know the community gave it 0 points or something like that, but I liked it. And the other part of the spectrum is the rock song by Clockwork, Empty. I think that was brilliant. That was a good rock song. So yeah, my two favorites of the evening didn't go through, sadly.
Go through? Oh,
Sorry,
I thought it's a shame that they didn't go through.
it is.
Mine didn't, from Norway. Nobody cares. It's like everyone just went. So let's go to Donna and Ian. Can you pad this out a bit? We need to make it last half an hour.
I'm sure we could try. We got 8 contenders instead of 6 this time, so yeah, a lot more to choose from. I think the right 2 did go through, weirdly enough. But I agree with you, Thomas. I was gutted for "Save Me" because that was one of the first ones I heard as well. And I thought, oh, this Lithuania this year could actually be on a roll. It might not be as tacky as some years as it's been in the past.
Then it went downhill.
Well, it didn't totally go downhill, but it was good fun. And I thought, oh, she could sing. It was nicely in tune, just a bit twee though. That was the problem, I think, which was a bit of a shame, but I did like that one. Gutted it didn't kind of get through really, but there's another day for her, I'm sure. We were a bit let down by Clockwork Creep, weren't we?
Yeah, I thought that was just, it's a bit too basic. It could have done with actual, like, some lyrics.
Yeah.
It's empty. It's like, yes, it was empty of any meaningful lyric.
Yeah.
But it was a decent enough rock song, but it was just too basics. It felt more like something like a high school band would have cobbled together for the end of term show. So it was just a miss, I think, just a misfire on it. What else was in there? "Save Me" I quite liked. "Say No More," that sort of started off hopeful, but then it just went bland, and then weirdly, it's all electronic drums, and they're playing a real drum kit on stage, and it just also went weird.
Yeah,
it should have gone darker, and it didn't.
I mean, I like the beginning bit of that. I mean, Eric Sard vibes, all the nice moody lighting, chest,
you like that bit?
the chest hair. Oh yeah, that was very nice. I thought, oh, here's one for the ladies. But yeah, it started to build well, but then that chorus came in and it just let it down completely. It was just "Say No More," and that's it. Just "Say No More." Yeah, who else did I like out of this bunch?
I did quite like Marius's song, the
older gentleman. Yes,
that was just really nice. It wasn't a great song, but it was nicely sung. I think he's got a better voice than the song let him do. I think there's more power there that he didn't get to use in the song, but it was a nice song. Again, probably just a little bit not enough of a hook to go through, but yeah.
Other than that, I thought they all did remarkably well.
Yeah.
For a first Heat 1 in Lithuania, anyway. But yeah.
Apart from one song.
Which one?
Kaboom.
Oh, the one that got through. Oh well.
Don't mention the ones that got through. We're not there yet.
No, that's all right. I think.
But no, actually, overall, there was a pretty decent bunch. Nothing.
Yeah.
Some of them weren't exceptional, but they're all.
They show production values as well. I don't think
across
people say enough
shows.
about. But actually, yeah, I thought they did really nicely well. They did interviews with them afterwards and beforehand, and I thought the actual presentation of the Lithuanian show is actually really good as well. So it's well worth a watch if people haven't seen it before. You might not be able to understand a lot of what's going on, but yeah, it's good fun.
Thank you very much, Donna and Ian. I think we'll go next, but I would just like to point out that that me and Phil watched this after we watched Norway, and I'd had quite a lot to drink. I'd had a bit of cough medicine, and so I'm going to have to put my glasses on and try and read what I wrote for this. So number one, is it Živilė? Save me?
Yeah, save me.
Go on, you go first.
Well, it was nice enough. I just thought it was a bit of a generic Eurovision-y ballad that could have come from any decade almost. It was okay. It picked up a bit in the chorus, but I don't know.
You didn't take away what I got. I put, oh, good, a song with a message. It turns out, because I was listening to it, I was like, what's she saying? I think the woman was slightly a nut job, and she was saying to an ex that you're the only one that can save me. I need you. You need to do this for me. And I thought, oh yeah, good job you got rid of her, mate. She looks like a nightmare. Yeah. So that's what I took away from that. Okay. Anyway, Antoine.
Yeah, I thought the sound wasn't great.
Yeah, I put problems hearing himself.
You almost couldn't hear what he said over the music. Sorry, what he was singing. But I thought it was a bit repetitive. Well, it wasn't my favourite, that one.
Yeah, it wasn't loud enough, and he didn't look at the camera either. It was really weird. He just had his eyes shut, and he didn't engage with anybody. He was just sort of blank and a weird nothingness. That's just my phone beeping. Ignore it. Marius.
Yeah, nice.
I've just read my drunken ramblings.
I don't know.
Oh my god!
It was. I just found it a bit dull. I'm sorry. In the background, he was all like, "Look at me! I'm playing all these different instruments on the screen."
I've put.
Yeah.
It was at this point that I started to question some of my life decisions. What the fuck is going on? Sounds like a dodgy 80s film soundtrack. So yeah. How do you pronounce that then, Phil? Aistay. Yay, interpretive dance.
Way. I liked the jacket. That was nice. It sort of plodded a bit. It didn't have enough
oomph
to it. Oomph. Yes, we need more oomph.
We need oomph.
Yeah.
Luka,
where are we? Where are Luka?
I quite liked the coolness of this. It came across as a bit too cool. And I thought it sounded a bit like Elastica I've written in my drunken ramblings. So I don't know if that's true or not, but when you mix your meds and alcohol, it sounds a bit like Elastica.
I just thought there's a bit of experience there, The song was okay. I think the vocal was a bit off in places, but, it was okay. That was all right. And Clockwork Creep.
It was... If you bought Nirvana off Wish.
Yeah. It was okay. Again, it was a bit chorus heavy, but
I always mix my meds with lots. I seem to get better notes.
That was all right. I like that, but I don't think it would actually go anywhere in Eurovision.
Well, definitely, without a doubt, would go nowhere in Eurovision. So let's go to who's not watching. Sean.
Oh, hello. So anyway, Lithuania non-qualifiers. Good heavens. You know what? Why bother having a national final if I just despair. I really do despair because some of them were just so like amateurish and like Luka, move on. The song was okay, but it was really, really pitchy. Clockwork Creep. It was just so lazy, lyrically lazy. It was just generic and boring and bland. To be honest, it couldn't hold my attention for 3 minutes. I just switched off. I didn't even watch the second part of the song. Just couldn't keep my attention. I actually thought Save Me was... Well, it had potential. I quite liked it until we just got a lot of oohs and I'm thinking, come on, you know, you're better than this. The songwriters are better than this, surely. And it's such a shame because she's actually got a really nice, lovely voice, to be fair. I thought she had the best vocal of the night, to be honest. The rest of them, they're just mediocre. There was just nothing else to really sort of pick out for me to really comment on. In fact, the best way to comment on the non-qualifiers for me is just to use the song titles. So I was just left feeling empty. Save me, say no more, and move on. And that's it.
You could have coloured them in, Sean, you lazy sod, honestly. Hey, God. Colour them in if you're going to do that next time. Thank you very much, Sean, for your positive attitude towards Eurovision.
You wait till I talk about something else.
Oh my God, I dread to think. Elaine, please, oh my goodness, be slightly more positive than Sean.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. It was the first time I watched the Lithuanian semi-final, and I didn't know what I saw. It was just like, to sum up all of the acts we were talking about, just mediocre. It's just like I was looking at my phone while they were performing, and then you know it's not a good sign or a good song for Eurovision if you zone out. So yeah, I don't have a lot of things to say, unfortunately. I mean, that I could. So,
Well,
maybe.
you know what, Elaine? I appreciate the fact that you watch this for us and to come on and do the show. I really, really do. And sometimes we just have to suck it up and deal with it, and it's not nice. So that's that for the what should we call them? Losers. So here's the winners.
The end is nearly come alive. We crawl around your houses.
Nobody
Yeah,
noticed.
I may have made a slight mistake there, but I don't think anyone noticed.
What's over it? Nobody noticed.
No, nobody's ever called him One Job Phil ever. But you know, if you want professionalism, this is not your show. So let's have a look who's not paying attention. Brendan, what do you think of the winners?
Yeah, I think they're the best options there. I probably had more to say about the bad ones, but that's because I always find negative spins on things. Kaboom. It looked like Vin Diesel has fallen on bad times. The bloke. Do you mean?
Sorry, Brendan. Let me just cut in there. Did I miss you out for the bad ones?
You did, but don't worry about that.
Oh no. We'll all just ignore what's just happened. Brendan, what do you think about the people that didn't qualify?
All right, okay. Save Me. It was a nice little song. She has a nice voice, but again, she was in tune. It just needed to go somewhere, but it didn't. There's a little bit of a catchiness there to a certain extent, but yeah, I think she deserved third at best. Say No More. He seemed to have forgot the crowd was there, didn't he? He got a little bit lost. He was spending more time looking at the keyboard player, which was a bit odd. Marius, all the instruments on the screen behind him. Did he just forget to bring an instrument? I'm not really sure. But it was a very good. It seemed to be a very good ballad. My Lithuanian is very poor, so it's a little lost on me. Go back to Aistay. I suppose as a positive, hit the sun behind him worked. So he's beaten Italy. Clockwork Creep. I prefer Antoine Wend from Finland a few years ago. So yeah, there's not much to say about that, is there? I'll go on to the better ones now. The qualifiers. Yeah, as I said, Vin Diesel. He must have fallen on bad times. the spotlight, was it a bit bright? Doing lots of sunglasses? Yeah, unless he's got 4 eyes. That's another option. But I thought the vocals were weak for him. So for them. But it was the most fun of the night. That's what I've written down on my notes. But was I right? Did the word chicken come up numerous times? I'm not sure whether did he blow up a chicken? I didn't quite get it. And then obviously to Silvester belt, was it? It's Ollie. All I got was that Ollie Alexander lookalike. Doing it very quirky. It was a good. It had a good beat to the song, which I didn't mind. But I think he needs to get somebody to take in the clothes a bit. Everything was too big for him, wasn't it? And I'm trying to work out what I've written there. Maybe more of a junior Eurovision song. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think it'll fit for Eurovision itself.
Well, thank you very much for that, Brendan. I'm sorry I missed you out. It's just that you're a bit shit, and I did write a number next to your name, ready to do that, and then just ignored you completely.
Oh, sorry, Brendan.
Let's do us. Go on,
All right,
Phil.
go on then.
I'll put my glasses on because obviously I still don't remember what I
Yeah,
wrote.
Silvester belt. I like that. It was decent beat. I thought he's not going to feel the benefit if he's kept his coat on when he goes out again. And what was with the shoulder stroke?
I have written down. I was like a bit confused. I thought I could even do the shoulder dance.
Yeah,
no idea. Don't remember it.
Yeah, I think out of the lot, that definitely was deserved.
I also thought, interpretive dance. Was there interpretive dance?
There's interpretive shrugging.
Oh,
does that count?
Don't know.
And
VB gang.
Kaboom. Yeah. What was happening? I kind of loved it just because it was complete chaos. Why was the man wearing two sets of shades?
Yeah.
Why were they all wearing body armor?
There's too many whys.
What was going on? And then it speeded up at the end. I think that deserved to go into the final just because I think more people need to see it.
Yeah,
if we're going to have to suffer it, everybody else.
Yeah, everyone else should have to suffer with us. I put this is absolutely mental. Love it. It will do absolutely nothing at Eurovision.
No, it wouldn't.
And then I just put delightfully bonkers, weird outfits / double glasses.
Yeah, and then the crash helmets with the cat ears.
No, that's not mentioned. Phil. I didn't see that. No, that was no, I didn't see that. I must have been coughing, sneezing, or I don't know, something. Anyway, let's move on. Who looks like they're not paying attention? Oh, everyone's paying attention. No, Sean, we've already had you, Sean.
We haven't.
No, we haven't.
Sean.
No, I don't want to do it now.
Right, okay, then, Aline, what do you think?
So Brendan just stole my line because I've written exactly the same thing. He's like a Lithuanian Ollie Alexander. Wow, bizarre. Silvester belt, yeah. It's an upbeat, funky song. Am I right in saying that won the jury vote? So that is classed as winning the show.
Nobody knows because it was in Lithuanian.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, do you know what?
As far as I know, the jury he won the top of the jury, and then it was Kaboom that actually won the televote.
That's right. Kaboom won the televote, so it's those two that go through to the final. Oh, but I really like Silvester Belt song. I quite thought it was upbeat, funky, good tune. Now, Kaboom. Why have we got to this point in the show and no one's yet mentioned those latex pants? Because they are everything, right? They are everything. Kaboom, the televote.
I think the latex pants weren't mentioned because, quite frankly, everyone had given up by that point. And I can't remember half of last night.
I rewatched that performance about 5 times last night because if you escape into my mind when I'm dreaming at night in bed, that's like 3 minutes in my head. That song, the Kaboom, that's exactly what it's like in here. Oh,
with latex pants.
No,
Yay.
yes.
Have
like,
you Googled
latex
latex
pants.
pants?
I don't need to Google latex pants. I just need to open the wardrobe that's got the lock on upstairs.
I've seen the said wardrobe,
But
and
not
there is
inside
not inside it, but there is a big lock on it. When you die,
Oh shit! I
somebody's
forgot
going to
you
be
had-
really
yeah.
disappointed.
So, but I mean, what the hell? I mean, it was just Gugsu Chicken Kaboom. I just love it. I want to get myself some of those speed glasses for the next time, for the final. I just thought it was fantastic. I loved it. It's bonkers. It's bizarre. It's everything you want out of a random, weird, fucked up Eurovision entry. And that'll do well. If it goes to Malmö, it'll do well. There's no juries in the semis that'll fly through. Because there's no juries in the semis.
It's
So
going to
that-
come last if
no,
that gets to a
no,
semi-final.
No,
It's
no.
All right, I'll bet you now, Sean, a pair of latex pants, because I think we're about the same size. That
Who said it
if
was me that
that-
wears them?
if that wins and gets through the semis, it's going to come last.
No.
And you've got to wear my latex pants.
Oh my God, this is going downhill rapidly. And we didn't start off very well, so. Well, that's my thoughts. I thought song of the night for me, Kaboom.
Thank you very much, Sean. Thomas, are you the owner of latex pants?
No, I just threw them out. No, Kaboom. My mind is split in half. I can't decide which I love it or hate it. It's absolutely fucking crazy. I can't make up my mind. Okay, it went through. Let's see how it goes. Silvester belt, yeah, decent song, decent track, decent singer. Quite in the middle of the road for me, but okay. So I just hope next week gets a little bit better.
We all hope next week gets a little bit better. And that's not just watching the shows, it's actually this show as well. We hope will get a little bit better.
Doubt it.
Ian and Donna, what do you think?
Well, I think most of it's already been said, but Kaboom was very entertaining. And it was definitely one that stuck in my mind. I actually think I know somebody, not me though, that owns like one of those helmets with the cat ears. But yeah, there we go.
I really thought you were going to say
latex pants. No, it ain't. No, I've got different other things, but not latex pants. You're all right. But yeah, it's something in it, and I kept thinking of the track shitters every time I was listening to that song. It's got the same quality. So it'll probably die a horrid death outside of a national final, sadly. I think this is the beauty of the national finals, because you can actually see all the bonkers stuff that we used to get a lot of at Eurovision, and which some people would still class as, that's why you can't take contests seriously and blah blah blah. But I like to see a bit of it there. You know, it's definitely got a visual appeal. It's what did I say? It was something like a cross between Aqua and the Power Rangers. I mean, where else are you going to see a song like that? It's crazy. It sticks in your mind though. You don't forget it very easily. And Silvester for me though was definitely the winner of the night out of all of that lot. It looked so much more polished than the rest. They definitely thought about the production values a lot more. His vocal was solid. And I can see what the young Ollie Alexander comments are all about. That nose guard though, what the heck was that all about? It's like he'd had a nose job gone wrong and they've had to put like a little metal infill or something in it. That were a bit bizarre. But no, I liked it. I really thought it has a lot of potential. So it definitely wasn't like a duff entry, and I could definitely see that doing a reasonable job if that did qualify for Lithuania.
Yeah, definitely. I think musically one of the more interesting ones.
So the beats in
the beats, the musical stabs in there, which the visuals worked with very well.
Yeah.
It was much more coherent as a performance.
That reminded me a bit of the Mahmood claps in Soldi, you know what I mean? It's or Aminata's song as well.
Yeah.
It's just definitely audibly a bit more entertaining.
Yeah. There's been quite a lot of blend so far between Norway and Lithuania. And that jumps out a bit more. It's not my favourite song, but there's definitely much more interest in it. It's musically more interesting. Visually more interesting, and him as a performer he's good.
Yeah.
And you can see where it can develop more.
He definitely needs to work on his choreography, though. His time is a little bit out with his dances. So, but there's plenty of time to work on that.
But they can all work on that. Kaboom,
we can all work on everything. It's like, this is also a work in progress. It's,
I think but from watching that, you can see it has a lot of potential to do more.
Yeah.
And things like some of the other ones, the song's kind of dead ended itself. This one I think has potential for a better performance and a bit more. I did say earlier, but Kaboom is, it is fun, it is silly, but it's memorable.
I knew that Ian wouldn't
about.
like it. I just knew it. I knew it.
It was just sort of, I think I just sort of stared at the telly going, what the fuck am I watching?
Well, we all did, but some of us like that.
I do like some of the fun, silly stuff, but I think that just...
Yeah.
I think wipeable clothing is the wave of the future.
Yeah.
Not sure on the Eurovision stage, but you know.
Well, I'm a woman of an age. I like wipeable anything.
More than enough information, Michelle. Who's left to go? Eileen.
Thank you very much, Donna and Ian. Right, Eileen, don't bring it down any lower than it already is, please.
Is that possible?
I just also think we have summed it up. Like Silvester Bell, I'm not going to pronounce the title. Like, it was one of the best of the evening, but I think his dancing was like a little stiff. Like, it's a grower. You can see that this one will grow so much from here to the final. But yeah, he's nowhere excited, is he? Sorry, I had to do it. Sorry. And Kaboom, it was so entertaining. And I was also happy that finally there was a song like in English after all those Lithuanian songs that I was like, what am I watching? What is this about? I don't know. So I was very happy with that, and I really enjoyed it. And in a weird way, I could maybe see this going to Eurovision, but I don't know if it would do well, because we had Karaja, and everything that is going to be weird this year will have the comparison with Karaja, and I don't think it's going to work. That's it.
Oh, thanks, Phil. One job. Thanks very much, Elaine. But what do you mean, Karaja? Weird. I don't understand what you're on about. That was a perfectly legitimate song that was done over by the juries. Anyway, are we all done? Anybody got anything to say about anything? No, that's good. Make sure that you ding-a-dong our bell.
Like and subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. Oh, the TikTok. Yeah, the TikTok. Don't forget the TikTok. It's really good. ESC Fan TV 2024 is our TikTok. Is that it for social media?
Mastodon.
Oh, Jesus. Mastodon.
Yeah.
Phil's got like 20 followers on Mastodon. If you're one of them, go and get a life.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
Nobody knows what it is. Hands up, panel. Who knows what Mastodon is? Yeah, nobody.
Well, just told me about it, but that's it.
That's because Phil bored you in a corner. And it's like you can't get away.
There must be one for the young people.
Oh, it can't be. Phil's on it.
No. There's one for the nerds.
Anyway, we're back again next week. What's next week, Phil?
I don't know. You've got the list.
Oh, hang on, let me put my glasses on.
Oh,
So
heck.
next week,
Professional
obviously,
endeavour.
we've got oh no, it's not then. That's not that, is it? Oh, we've got MGP Heat 2, Lithuania, and Aistay. Everyone's favourite. We all love a bit of Aistay. Join us at 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Central European time, where I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? But if you don't like it, tell us. If you do like it, tell us. No, if you don't like it, don't tell us. We don't care.
Bye, everyone.
Everyone say bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Speed glasses, speed glasses.